What's going on, everyone? It's Simon, and today we're going to talk about a few things that I love about my new favorite product in the kit, Gnarbox 2.0. Gnarbox is one of those products that I wish had been invented sooner. And quite frankly, technology didn't allow us to have the product of this caliber until recently. So Gnarbox is a company that birthed out of Kickstarter and the awesomeness that Kickstarter is. And in spring of 2018, they launched their 2.0, which is honestly one of the things that I think is game changer for a lot of creative workflows. Basically, what it is it's a data backup device that has a lot more features on it at the end that make it a super powerful device. What makes this thing so great? Well, first of all, it can have up to a 1 terabyte SSD drive in it, which is huge for a lot of creatives if you're going out and shooting. You can also do pass-through via USB-C because there's 2 USB-C ports on this thing that lets you be able to plug in an external hard drive and actually offload a card to another external, which lets you have a lot more redundancy than just backing up onto this device and then throwing this device on your computer. Also, it's got built-in SD card reader, which is fantastic. Or again, you can take advantage of the multiple USB-C ports and you can plug in any other type of USB-C card reader for if you have compact flash or anything like that. And I'm pretty sure that they're working on Red Minimag as we speak to be able to offload Red files onto the Gnarbox. It also has a micro HDMI port, so if you want to watch it on TV, and they're working on apps that will allow you to be able to display and showcase your work more easily. One of the other things that I really like about this is it has the ability via the USB-C ports to edit in LumaFusion on an iPad Pro. You can also do it over Wi-Fi, but the speed of the USB-C connection is going to be absolutely fantastic on this. I'm super excited. And one of the other things, the last thing that I'm super excited about that's the device itself, is using your smartphone, you can actually set up custom settings for import so that you can have your own file structures and stuff like that. You can also use the mobile app to do perfectly set up however you want to organize your files. You can do it all via mobile, super nice and nimble. If you really wanted to, you don't even have to grab a laptop. Why is this thing a game changer for me? Because I normally carry a laptop with me. Well, a lot of times when I'm working on projects in Africa, we're thinking about how many redundancies can we have, and one of my struggles is always having to carry multiple laptops, which means having to carry the cords and everything for all of that, whereas this can both be my redundancy, but also if like we go out for a bit of time away from our base station, I can just bring this out and then again have my redundancies. That way if a laptop goes down, I still have this that I can do all of my data backup, which is huge. And you can plug a hard drive into a computer and then plug it into this and still be able to access it and dump in the whole 9 yards so that you can actually have your multiple copies off of this. This also does check some verification of your files so you know that your files are all intact, which is huge. Also for me, it's going to be able to let me be quick and nimble on my smaller projects. A lot of my bigger projects overseas, I'm shooting 3 or 4 terabytes, which is where having external drives comes in. But if I'm shooting a quick little thing, I don't need to have as much stuff. So if I can carry this, an iPad, maybe I can do it with just my mobile phone while I'm in the field, but I can get going without having to worry as much. Also, I don't fit well on airplanes. It's an obvious fact when you're 6'6". Instead of trying to edit on a laptop, what I can do is I can actually use LumaFusion and the Gnarbox and be able to start my edits while I'm flying home, so that way I don't have to stress as much about digging into the story when it's not as fresh. I can start to develop my story in post and get it going, because a lot of my projects, what the story ends up being isn't exactly what we've planned going in. So being able to have this will be huge because it just makes my workflow a little bit easier, a little more efficient, and I can start to finesse things. Going back to a feature that I even forgot about is you can create proxy files using the Gnarbox. So I can actually dump all of my high resolution stuff onto drives and then keep my proxy files, which makes it easier if I'm doing mobile editing with LumaFusion. So super, super great feature there. Why would I pick Gnarbox, which is more expensive than similar products from companies like Lacey, and there's a couple others like it, where it's got the built-in SD card reader, it is battery powered, and you can do the backup. Well, the big thing is that this does so much more and it's ruggedized. And it also has a removable battery, which is huge for when I'm overseas. I can carry multiple batteries just in case I don't have access to power. I can still keep changing these out to be able to continue doing my backups. The biggest thing for me is the ability to pass through data to external drives. A lot of the other drives, it's really just like plug it in, dump it to the drive that's built into the unit, and that's all you can do. Whereas this, it's got just so much more inside it that you can do. I can't wait to really dig into my workflows with this thing. I have been talking with the guys at Gnarbox about different workflows for both photography and filmmaking to be able to be efficient while working in field. Being professionals in the field, we all worry about efficiency and redundancy and those kinds of things. So being able to talk through some ideas of workflow has been able to be huge for me so that I can be ready to go when I'm jumping over to Africa in my next project. In the future, I'm going to be doing another video about this where I'm talking workflow, and it's going to be fantastic. Stay tuned for that one. That's all I have for this week. If you guys have any other questions about the Gnarbox or mobile workflow or anything like that, hit me up in the comments section. I'd love to answer it, and if it's something I can make another video about, even better. Can't wait to talk to you guys next time. Have a great week. Be sure to like and subscribe if you guys got something out of this.